Hi, this is Barbara Greenstone. Welcome to our latest MLTI tutorial, Creating Classes in Studywiz. For this tutorial, we assume that accounts have already been created for you and your students and that you know how to log into Studywiz. So let's get started. When you log into Studywiz, you first see your home page with the 4 quadrants: e-bulletins, activities, calendar, and messaging. You also see a row of tabs above the e-bulletin and activities quadrants. These tabs are useful for navigating in Studywiz. We're going to begin by creating a class, so click on the Tools tab. You have several tools to choose from, but we're going to begin with Manage Classes. Click on it. Now you should see the name of your school on the left. My school is the Maine Department of Education, but you will see your own school name here next to the S for school icon. There's a small triangle to the left of the S. Click on it to show the list of classes that have already been created in your school. Any teacher can create classes, so it's possible that someone else in your school has already created some. Next, click on the Add Class button. You now see a new column on the right where you can type a name for your class. Name it something that will easily identify it for other teachers, students, and parents. You may want to discuss this with other teachers to come up with a naming convention, or just look and see how other classes have been named and see if there's a pattern to follow. For demonstration purposes, I will name my class Greenstone ELA 1. When you've typed the name, click on Apply to save it. Now you see that you have some new buttons that allow you to add teachers and students to your class. The next thing to do is add yourself as a teacher, so click the Manage Teachers button. This brings you to a new page where you can search for teachers in the right-hand column. Since you are only adding yourself as the teacher, you can simply type in your surname and click Search. When your name appears, click in the box to place a check mark there and then click on Add Selected Teachers. You should now see your name in the left-hand column in the list of selected teachers. If you want to add more teachers to the class because you may be team teaching or working with a consulting teacher, go back to the column on the right to search for and select that teacher's name. Once you have the teachers' names in the Selected Teachers column, click on Return to save your selections. This is a step that many people miss, so be sure to do it or you will find that you haven't really added yourself to the class. Now we have to add some students to the class. In the Edit Class column, you can see that you have yourself in the class as a teacher, but no students yet, so click on Manage Students. You can follow the same procedure we used to select the teacher if you only have 1 or 2 students to add. If you've just created this class, however, it's likely that you'll be adding many students at once. If you leave all these selections at Any and click Search, you will see all the students in the school and be able to choose your students from the complete list. But if another teacher has already created some classes or groups and you know that all your students are already in one of those classes or groups, your job will be a little easier. Check the classes and groups lists to see if one of them will help you limit your search. If you know that you have the same students for your class that a colleague has already put in another Studywiz class, you could simply choose that class from the list. I know that all my students are also in the demo class, so I will choose that one to limit my search. Then click on the Search button. Now I can go through the list and check the students in my class one by one, or I can click on Select All to select all of them and simply deselect the ones who are not in my class. The search results can only display 20 at a time, so you may need to go to the next pages to find your students. When you have selected them all, click Add Selected Students. You should now see those students in the left column. If you find that you've missed some students, you can go back to the User Search column, find them, and add them now. If the list is correct, click on Return. Congratulations! You have now created a class in Studywiz and added a teacher and some students.